Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, okay. So, hi everyone, good afternoon. Is there anything we have discussed last time, or I have given something? Do we need to discuss now?
Yes, sir, you gave us two questions.
Okay. One I remember, I guess it was related to that list comprehension. Right.
Yes, one of the list comprehension and second was the trimming this string.
Second was,
For trim the string.
if anybody is having that question, can you please paste it in the chat
Okay.
so that we can discuss it one by one? Okay, I got that question. I got that question. Okay. So, is there any doubt over here, or anybody has tried to solve these questions?
Yes, sir. I tried both question. Uh,
What?
in first question, I using the replace method uh, for that string, and
Uh-huh.
second was I use the zip method for that.
Second one, you use the
Zip
okay.
because just I made this question just a few minutes ago. So you also
Mhm.
said you wanted to solution in using try methods or file handling methods.
No, I wanted that solution, that second one specifically. I
Yeah,
wanted it to be done via mm, comprehension.
try comprehension.
Yep. And that
Uh,
first one, I wanted you guys to write a function where you should not use any built-in function of that Python.
okay.
Mhm.
So,
Anybody else has tried that? That's fine, Jatin. You can at least you can try that second question with that comprehension because that will clear that concept of comprehension.
yeah, yes, sir. I use the comprehension also.
Okay, in that second question,
Yes, sir.
you
But
got that
I
same
used
solution.
yes.
Okay, okay,
But
fine.
but if you give me time, I'll wanted to try again for using the another approach.
Okay, okay. You try it out, and if you have any doubt, let me know. Let me discuss it with others. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Akash, this is a solution you have not prepared using that comprehension. You need to prepare it using list comprehension.
Yes, sir. Like I have used list comprehension in that.
Okay, okay, okay. You have used that try and
Yeah.
okay, got it. You are getting that results.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Mhm. Okay. So let's discuss little bit in detail of these solutions. Okay. Like almost now everyone is on that same page, like what is that approach and what is that bare minimum I wanted from you guys. Okay, now I have few questions from you guys now. Like let's say somebody has used a min function in their solution. I guess Mahinder has used that min function, right? Let me share my screen. My screen is visible to everyone.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, that meeting chat is visible, right?
Yes.
Okay. So here are a couple of questions from my end. Like the first one is that, like, do you understand what are the like effects of using these built-in function? What is happening behind the scene? Like you are simply picking up that built-in function and you are using it directly over there. What is that complexity of that time complexity of that function? Can I reduce it by not using it? Or is there any more efficient function which I can use over there? Let's say again, you don't know what is that time complexity of finding that minimum of that particular length of 1 and length of L2, right?
Yeah.
So that is what I am trying to address over here. Like you should be aware of these things. Like whenever, like let's say you are into an interview and you have proposed a solution, and in that particular solution if you have used any built-in function, you should know that in and out of that particular function. First of all, that schema of that function when I say that schema, it means that what are the arguments it takes and what are the return value it gives. So that you can get easily by using that help function. Type that help and give that input as a min. It will give you that whole schema, end-to-end schema. That is that first thing you should be aware of. The second is that what is that time complexity? How fast is that function? Is that the best what I'm using over there? Okay, these are the things you should now start noticing in your solutions. Okay, is that clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now this time I am happy that everyone has at least approached that solution and you have that solution with you guys. Okay. Okay. So now somebody has also shared that solution of that second problem. Okay. Jatin has shared. What about others? What about others?
I just pasted in the chat, sir. I also did that.
I did not get it. No. By the way, Jatin, let me first discuss it with you. What if I tell you not to use that replace function? What else you
Then
can think of?
then I use the indexing slicing.
Okay, indexing and slicing. How you will use that indexing and slicing without having that index number? You are getting my point.
Yes, sir.
Okay, think on that. I will come back to you. Akash. Okay. Here my question from you, Akash, is that why you need that new text? Why you can't simply delete that particular character from that particular given text only? Akash, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Okay, you understood my question?
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So in that new, we are storing that. That's why we are returning a new text, which will, get
No,
that.
my just simple question is that
Mm,
can I manipulate that original text only? I don't want that new variable name. I want to manipulate that original variable.
yeah, I guess we can.
How?
Mhm. Instead of using new text directly, we can use text over there that way.
Don't you think that it will violate that principle of immutable ability of strings? Strings are immutable, right?
Yes. Mm. I need to try that, sir. Uh,
Okay, try it out. Given that you already know that concept that strings are immutable, try it out. It won't take much time.
yes.
Yeah. Jatin, are you able to think of anything?
Uh, yes, sir. I'm trying uh, using.
What you are trying? In which direction you are thinking? Please let me know.
Uh, I'm I'm using for loop for the find the index.
Mm-hmm.
Then give me 2 seconds to think about.
Okay, just think. Let me talk to other people as well. Uh, Mahinder, what about you? Mahinder, am I audible? Okay, so what about you? Have you attempted that string problem? So please share your solution as well. and you can unmute yourself and you can answer. Same question from you as well, Mahinder. Why you want to declare a new string?
5 मिनट अब शुरू होगा मम्मी वाला नहीं हुआ
Like, why you have used over here a new variable name? Why can't you manipulate that old variable? Is it possible to do so?
Through indexing, we can manipulate that in this, right? Sir?
Yes, you can manipulate that through indexing, but how? That original variable you can manipulate using indexing.
Okay.
Okay, Mahinder, I am like now I am saying to think about that. I want that answer. Think in that direction and let me know. We have time till 2:45. After that, we will start that other topic. Okay, anybody you'd like to discuss about in which direction you guys are thinking? Let me know like what you guys are thinking. Then
Uh,
if that is incorrect, then we can discuss about other approaches, no?
yeah, I was thinking, sir, if we convert that our text into list instead of taking a string directly, uh, then we can access index of each text, right? That way we can remove.
Mm, could you please repeat it again?
So I was saying,
Mhm,
instead of using directly that string value text,
mhm,
we
mhm.
can convert that into list first,
Okay. Uh-huh.
and we can access index of each text, and we can remove e that way.
Yes, yes, that is possible. That is possible. But keeping it in the form of string only, you cannot manipulate it directly. Is that clear?
Yeah, right.
Because that is that basic principle of that string. Strings are immutable. Strings and tuples are immutable. They can't be changed. Once we
Sir,
have
I got
declared.
it.
Yeah, Jatin.
Sir, here there is another thing we can try out. First,
My question from you was different, right?
yeah, sir,
Without
you,
using that replace, or
yeah, sir,
what is happening behind that replace?
sir,
Yeah, yeah, anyways, you can share your solution
I
as well.
just share my solution.
Mhm. Okay.
But there is one problem. Uh, I have to use another thing also.
Oh, how does it will help us in? No, you have hard coded it, right?
Yes, sir.
So that won't work.
So, sir, I am just trying to remove the E. That's why I use this code.
Mm.
I
But
got the answer from this
yes.
code, but
So have you removed that I from that same variable s? No,
sorry,
right? Have you removed that sorry, have you removed that e from that same variable s, or it is taking some other memory location? When I say that variable, it means that I
sir,
am talking about that memory location. You are
sir,
using
my
some different
network
memory
is lost, sir. Can you repeat again? Because
Yeah, yeah, no problem. So are you using that same memory location to remove that e?
uh,
Let me clarify my question. Like text is stored into a variable name s, right?
yes, sir.
And that s s is stored in some memory location, right?
Yes, sir.
So now you are removing that e from that s, right? So are you using that same memory location to remove that e from that s, or you have stored that new text into some new text at some different memory location? Okay, so here you have used one memory location or more than one memory location in this particular line, in this print line.
Once, sir. Iterate now, sir. I will iterate now. So
No.
I
E-
use in I just stored the variable.
Every time you are placing it on a different memory location, right? S of I as a separate memory location.
Yes.
S of I, it means that S of 0, S of 1, S of 2, S of
So
3, S of 4, it will
yes, sir.
go and it will be stored at different memory location, not at a single memory location, and these are not linked at all. If it would be some other language, let's say this would not be a Python, then in that case, this S of I would not be a string anymore. It would be a character, right? But there is a no concept of character in Python. That's why you are getting a string value over here.
Yes.
Hmm. Just to present it like a txt, that is fine, but it won't work in that case of storing it into a same variable s. In that case it won't work.
Okay, sir. Sir, it means when I use this code, then I'll get the different memory locations from each
Hmm.
SI value. Like when I use print ID. So
Yes, you will definitely get that different memory location. That's what we are talking about, right?
okay, okay, got it, sir. Got it.
Mhm. Mm. Okay.
So
Okay.
the string will be same in memory location.
Sorry.
You wanted to in that solution, the string will be in same memory location.
Yeah, when I say that I wanted it to be on same memory location, it means that I wanted it to be not get manipulated.
Okay.
Sorry, I wanted that same string to be manipulated. Okay, same strings. It means that s.
Like
But
s is equals to txt where we are using, then
exactly,
we
exactly,
use the id on s, we got the only one memory location found in that variable s.
exactly.
Okay.
So, but in that case, that answer should come from your side, that either we will lose that context of text, or that second thing is that string is a immutable data type, so we can't mutate that string value. That is impossible, right?
Yes.
Mm. You can reassign a new value to that particular s, because that is
Okay, sir.
possible in Python.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay,
And
so
store the all this value on new variable.
store these.
Store these make a new variable and then store the all memory location in one variable.
Yeah, that is the solution you guys have given. Most of you have given that same kind of solution. You have given that solution of replace, but most
Okay.
of them has given that same kind of solution what you are now talking about.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, that is the main reason why they have to use a new variable. That is the main reason. Okay, now let's continue with our next concept. So I am giving you a scenario. Let's say a number 1 to 10, right? I'm giving you a number 1 to 10, and I want a dictionary where 1 will be that key, and value will be 1 square. Okay, it means that 1, 2, it means that 4, 3, it means that 9. And in this way, I want that output. Everyone got that question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, try to attempt this one, and after that we will discuss our new concept using this particular problem only. Okay.
कैसे कलर
uh, in which direction you guys are thinking?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in which direction you are thinking? Jatin, Mahinder, Akash.
So, sir, I was thinking like to use loop and multiply that I into I, so it will square up that number. Then we will assign it as a key and value.
No, why I into I?
So it will it will give us a square number of that particular number. Suppose two, then it
Okay,
give us
okay,
four.
okay, okay, okay. Okay,
I use
that will
same thing.
that will get you a solution. Okay. Yeah, Jatin, I got your solution. Mahinder, what about you? Are you on it or okay? Let's move ahead. Mahinder, if you want us to wait, please let us know. Okay. Let me stop sharing my screen and reshare it again. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So basically, using this particular concept, I wanted to discuss that dictionary comprehension, which one of you have shared that example, I guess. I'm not sure who has shared. Akash has shared that solution using that dictionary comprehension. So that same thing. So as we know that in that list comprehension as well, we used to write a loop over here, and the value we wanted to get stored into that list that should be defined before that for loop. But we already know that in that dictionary, we always need a key value pair. So that's why to store that particular value into a dictionary, we always need a key value pair. This is the main point in writing that dictionary comprehension. If you already know that list comprehension, you can write that dictionary comprehension very easily by just making sure that you have that key with you and you have that value with you. That's it. Okay. If you guys don't have any problem in this in understanding this concept, then I will give you another question which you need to solve using dictionary comprehension. Is that clear to everyone?
Sir, can you give us some complex example
Yeah, yeah,
for
I'm coming to that. So this particular example is clear to everyone, right?
sir?
Yes, sir.
Sorry. Okay, so let's say okay, this is a list of tuple you have. And now I wanted you guys to store this name over there. And as a value, I wanted you guys to store this age and that profession. Like I wanted that format something like this. Amit colon and this 24 comma
Sir,
doctor.
sir, 24 Is a string? Okay.
No, no. So I wanted this as an output from this. Everyone got that question?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if you are feeling difficulty in directly solving this particular problem using dictionary comprehension, then you can solve this problem using normal solution. Then we can convert it into a dictionary comprehension together. In which direction you guys are thinking? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir. No.
Okay. Let me know if any one of you are done with solution. Please send your solution in that personal chat, not to everyone.
Okay, sir.
Yep.
ये जो 3 दिन से चल रहा है कि आज से चल रहा है
I am giving you a hint. Why don't you think of using a loop? Should we start discussing that problem, or still you
Yes.
guys are attempting?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think Jatin is out of that solutions.
No, sir. I'm trying, sir. But you said now use for loop. You loop. So I tried.
Okay. Okay.
Sir,
Uh,
just 5 more minutes, so then we can start.
okay. Then we will start discussion it at sharp 3:05. Okay.
Sure. Okay.
I'm sharing my screen and let's discuss the solution. Okay. Is my screen visible to everyone? Hello.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Akash has sent out a solution.
Sir, ignore those print, print in
Mhm.
between. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Akash, that's good. You are getting that output?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm resharing my screen. Please let me know if it is visible. Yeah, is it visible now?
No,
No, sir.
Mm, it's not visible.
no, sir. It's not visible.
Okay, let me rejoin that class. Okay, now is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so see, uh, Akash has also shared that same kind of approach as I have mentioned over here. So what I am doing is that I have declared a empty dictionary over here, and now I am looping over this particular list. So when I loop over that particular list, I am getting a tuple out of it, right? I am getting a tuple out of it. When I am getting a tuple out of it, so now I can access the each element of that tuple. So what is that requirement? That zeroth element should be assigned as a key. So
Yes.
this zeroth element has been assigned as a key, and that next two elements should be assigned as a list of values. So I have declared a list over here, and inside that I have stored those two values. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Is there any doubt?
Can you run, sir?
Okay. That is the requirement.
Okay, sir. You save the by zero elements, zero indexing.
Sorry.
You using the indexing to get the key value, and other two you just store the in the key value.
Yes. And what Akash has followed, that as well I will show it to you. He has followed something like this. One colon. That's it. That should also give.
Slicing.
No, that is giving something different.
It is stored in tuple and then the list.
Akash, I think he has explicitly mentioned it into a list. First, he has converted it into a list, then he is storing it. This way, it will also work. See, it is giving you that same output, right?
Yes, sir. Right.
So this is what he has followed. He used that slicing, but I have used that indexing. Okay.
Okay.
Now, my next question is that given that you understood that concept of that dictionary comprehension, can you convert this one to a dictionary comprehension for me? Just 5 minutes you have. Convert this into a dictionary comprehension.
Sir, I shared.
Okay. Okay, good. Akash has also shared that. Okay. Okay, both are correct. Both have actually shared that same solution. Okay, so let's move ahead. How many of you are aware of that concept of that map, filter, zip, enumerate? How many of you are aware of these built-in functions?
Enumerate you teach us in previous classes. So,
Enumerate?
enumerate you teach us in previous class.
Okay, enumerate I already have taught you in previous class.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is that enumerate?
Enumerate is iterate the using index, uh, using right word. Basically, it's provide the element index when we trying to print the using enumerate.
It only provides the element index, or
No,
it also provides
it
that
provide
value?
element also.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. So enumerate we already have seen over here. Okay. What about that map, filter, and zip?
Map and filters, we don't know, but
Zip is
using zip,
using for combining.
yeah.
Okay. So if you already know few of these functions, let okay, I will give you that problem later. Let me first complete that map and filter. Let me discuss those with you, or let me use that separate. Okay, when I say that map or when I say that filter, what do you understand with these two words? Just in simple language, what do you understand with map?
Map is like me mm, doing mapping. Some
Doing some kind of mapping, right?
yes.
Okay, so let's say we have a example over here. Uh, do you know what is a iterable? You guys know what is a iterable?
Where which can iterate मतलब repeat हो सके.
Okay. Uh,
नहीं अब
it
for
is
loop
it is
के
a
अंदर
it,
iterate करते हैं ना.
it is such kind of data types in Python on which we can run our loop, or on which we can iterate. Rather than saying that in a very crude language, we can run a loop, we can say that on which we can iterate. Iterate, like for example, list. Okay, for example, a list. Now, this is a iterable. Basically, I wanted to take some different example where I can show you that example of map. So if I say, if I ask you guys, just a sec. Hello. Okay, sorry. So let's say this is a list of string. Okay, where these are the strings which are stored inside that list. Now, my question is that what if I wanted to convert these all the strings into uppercase? What you will do? What if I wanted to convert all these strings into a uppercase? What you will do?
We can use the
Use dot upper sir.
uppercase.
Like dot upper, something like this.
Then
L dot upper.
uh, no sir.
So
Yeah, like
First we have to
first we can
first we
access.
have to iterate this list. Then using the upper नहीं make code sir.
yeah, that is what I'm asking. That will you try to iterate over that loop? Okay. Something like this for I in L, and will you will you store all these elements into a new list, or will you go for storing that elements into that same list?
So making new list.
New list. Okay, then in that case, my next question is that how to achieve that solution in changing those things into that same list. For the time being, I'm storing it into a new list. Think about it. Okay, this is the solution what we got as a output.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Now, what I am saying is that if we already know how to use that map, okay, map always returns us a iterable. Okay, map always returns us a iterable. Now, what we can do is that, let's say L is equal to map of str dot upper comma L. So what does it do is that we can define a function. Here as well, we are using a function on each and every variable which are there into that list. Each and every value of those particular list, we are applying this particular function. So same thing I am saying to that map function is that you take that element from this particular iterable and map it to that function of a string called upper. So what it will do is that it will iterate over that list, and it will extract element by element, and it will map it with that upper function, and it will return that value and it will store it into that L. Okay, but this is not a complete solution for us. Why? Because let me print that L. So map is giving us an object. Map is just giving us an object. So to change this object into a list, what we need to do is that we need to convert this object into a list. So how we convert? By typecasting it. Something like this. Okay. So the problem which we are trying to solve using a for loop and a function, that has been now solved using a single line, using a map function. Is that clear to everyone?
Yes.
Now, this is an example of an inbuilt function what I have given to you guys. This is a very simple example and an inbuilt function of a string. Okay. Now let's say I have a list of numbers. Okay. Now what I wanted is that store all these numbers after squaring them up. First of all, take a number 1, square it up and store it back into that list. Take that number 2, square it up and store it back into that list. It means that I wanted that output as a 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, something like this. What you will do? Again, we will write a for loop. Again, we will follow that same thing, right?
Yes, sir.
Rather than writing a for loop, what we can do is that we can define a function over there, square, which can later be reused as well, the square function, and we will return n into n, right? Now, again, we will use that map, and inside that map, what is that first argument? Name of that function. So here square is a user defined function, so no need to write any class name dot function name. It's a user defined function. So a square and then that iterable, that is a num. Now if we print that lnum, it will give you that required output. This is it. Okay, a very useful function, map. Is that clear to everyone?
Okay, sir.
No, I'm not asking okay or not okay. Is that clear to everyone? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. By the way, I know that currently it seems to be very easy, but it's very hard to figure it out that scenarios where you should go with this map function. It needs a practice. Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
can you make this in this question? Can you remove the def function and using without the def function to use the map on this list?
Sorry.
Here you make the def function for a square.
Hmm.
Then I'm just asking if you can do that without the def using def function.
Yes, but before that, we need to understand another concept of that lambda function. So after that, we can do that as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So without lambda, we can do that. Then
No, without lambda, how will you first define that square?
no, that's why I'm asking because I don't know.
Sir, instead of using that define function, so
Hmm.
can we directly use that n into n over
We
square?
got the error. I tried.
Okay.
Okay. I have also not used that one. So let's try it out. Let's try it out. N into n. What is that n into n? It got confused. So in place of that, let's do one more thing. Let's try to write a comprehension. I into L num and I. No, will it work this way? Oh, it took, but it won't give you that desired result, I guess. Oh, it's not giving any result anyway. It gave you an error. Okay, so you need to pass a function only. Okay, in place of that first argument.
Okay, sir.
Sorry, somebody asked something.
No.
Okay. Okay, so let's discuss about that filter as well. So now, what do you understand by filter?
Filter is basically like we want get something filtered. Like when we two things are combined, we want another thing and we want another thing. So
It's just a kind of if condition, right?
yeah.
Hmm. In Python language, it's just a kind of if condition. Okay. Let's say you have a list of negative numbers and positive numbers as well. List of negative and positive numbers. Something like this one. Okay. Now you want to filter it out, like you want to filter all the negative numbers from this list. Okay. You want to filter all the negative numbers from this particular list. Is it possible to do that?
In that case, I use list list slicing, but that will be wrong, I think.
Sorry, how?
I'm just using the indexing like 0 to 2, 3, 4,
See,
5.
always try to avoid that hard coding thing. Always try to avoid that hard coding. Okay. See, the one way is that we can write a loop over there and we can compare it with a zero and then we can discard it and then other one we can add it. Right.
Yeah.
That is the main idea. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
The other way around is that again in the same way as this map is working, same way this filter also works. It also take a function as a argument and it also takes a iterable as a argument. Just the working is different, that's it. We'll define a function, let's say number. So what it will return? What will be the output of this particular function?
Where the number will be 0, oh, sorry,
Sorry,
less than 0, we get the result.
no, what it will give as a output? What will be that data type?
Negative, negative only.
I missed it again, so could you please repeat it? What will be that data type?
And
No. Okay.
which one,
So
sir? Are you asking?
let's say I I call this function is negative. Okay. And I passed over there 23. What will be that output of this particular function?
So
Sorry?
we will get true or false.
Yes, it will give us a true or false. That's what I am asking. It will give you output as a boolean. Okay.
Oh,
So this is the first rule for that filter function. Filter function always takes such a function as an argument that is a kind of a decisive function. It can give you output as a true or false. Okay. So now filtered list is equal to, again you need to typecast that one, and you can pass that function name, that is underscore negative comma L underscore. So inside that filter, you are passing your function name, which is a kind of function which always return a true and false kind of value. Okay. So function name and then a iterable. So what it will do is that it will give you that list of all those numbers which are the negative one. Let me print that. Okay, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Is there any doubt in this?
So it will always take as a boolean, sir. When
Sorry.
when we are using the condition on the return statement,
Mhm.
it will always take care as a boolean, true or false.
See, it doesn't matter that what we write in that return function, that is not related to that one. It is related to that what is that operator we are using over here. This expression is giving you that output as a true or false,
It
and
is like a
return,
condition.
exactly, it is a it's like a condition. Return is only that person who is just returning you that result, what does this expression is giving it to you. If you write over there num into 0, so return will always return you a 0 value. Return is not responsible for that it is being returned as a true or false. This expression is generating a true and false value for that return. Okay. Have you noticed that if and elif condition, in that particular if and elif condition, we write such expression over there that it always generates a true and false value, right?
Yes.
We have never written a kind of expression in that particular if and elif condition which does not return if sorry, true and false value, which does not returns a true and false value. Okay, is that clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is all from my end for today. Is that any question anyone wanted to ask?
Sir, this filter function, same we can apply over string a string as well, right? Like in text.
Yes, you can apply that filter function on a string. The only condition is that the function what you are passing over here, it should return a true and false value. That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can write a custom function for yourself where you wanted to filter the strings which are in uppercase or not. So you will write a function, the strings which are not in uppercase, you will return a false value, and the strings which are in uppercase, you will return a true value for that. Then you can pass that that function name comma that iterable. So that is that answer to your question, that yes, it also works for a string as well. What is the key? Key is that function and what kind of output it generates. That is the key. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there any other question? Not only related to today's class, you can ask it related to anything which are there in Python.
No, sir.
Okay. 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 So let's close this class and let's today meet at the same time at morning 10. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Bye. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
आजच सांगा पण नाही तर